providing information about events, conditions, and perspectives related to war zones. War journalists often work in challenging and dangerous environments to deliver news to the public. Their coverage may include frontline reports, interviews with soldiers and civilians, and analysis of geopolitical implications. The aim is to inform the audience about the realities of war and its impact on people and societies. Key elements of war journalism include: 1. On-the-ground reporting. War journalists often go to the front lines, embedding with military units or reporting from conflict zones to provide first-hand accounts of events. 2. Multimedia coverage. War journalism utilizes various forms of media, including written articles, photographs, videos, and documentaries to convey the reality of war to a global audience. 3. Risk and danger. War correspondents face significant risks, including physical danger, exposure to combat, and challenges related to safety and security. Many journalists have lost their lives or faced injuries while covering conflicts. 5. Humanitarian focus. War journalism often sheds light on the impact of conflicts on civilian populations, including displacement, refugee crises, and the broader humanitarian consequences of war. Types of war journalism. Battlefield reporting. Embedded journalism. Journalists accompany military units providing first-hand accounts from the front lines. They often face restrictions imposed by the military, but gain unique access to the experiences of soldiers. 2. Investigative reporting. War crimes. Reporting. Journalists investigate and report on alleged war crimes, shedding light on human rights abuses during conflicts. 3. Photographic and visual journalism. For photography. Powerful images capture the stark realities of war, evoking emotional responses and providing a visual record of the human cost of conflict. 4. Digital and citizen journalism. Social media reporting. Individuals on the ground share real-time updates through social media platforms, offering immediate and unfiltered perspectives. 5. Documentary and film. War documentaries. Filmmakers create documentaries that delve into the multifaceted aspects of war, including its social, political, and psychological dimensions. The role of media in First World War during World War I, which took place from 1914 to 1918, the role of media evolved significantly, marking a departure from previous conflicts. Several key aspects highlight the media's impact during the First World War. 1. Propaganda and censorship. Governments on both sides heavily controlled the narrative through censorship and propaganda. Media outlets were often used to disseminate patriotic messages and shape public opinion, portraying the enemy in a negative light. 2. Print media. Newspapers were a primary source of information, providing updates on battles, casualty reports, and government statements. Journalists faced strict censorship, limiting their ability to report freely. 3. Photography played a crucial role in documenting the war. Images captured the grim conditions of trench life, the devastation caused by artillery, and the human toll of the conflict. Did the war's impact. 5. Film and cinema. The war coincided with the rise of cinema. While early films depicted more sanitized versions of the conflict, documentary footage and war-related narratives became more prevalent as the war progressed. The names of war journalists from history to present. 1. Edward R. Murrow, 1908-1965. Renowned for his radio broadcasts during World War II, Murrow's reporting from London during the Blitz and his later television documentaries contributed significantly to war journalism. 2. Gloria Emerson, 1929-2004. An American journalist known for her coverage of the Vietnam War. Emerson's writings provided a critical perspective on the impact of the war on both American soldiers and the Vietnamese people. 3. Michael Hare, 1940-2016. Author and war correspondent, Hare's book Dispatches chronicled his experiences covering the Vietnam War. His work is celebrated for its immersive and evocative portrayal of the war. Reporting ethics of war journalism. 1. Accuracy and truthfulness. War journalists must strive for accuracy in their reporting, verifying information from multiple sources before publishing. They have a responsibility to provide truthful and reliable accounts of events, even in the chaos of conflict. 2. Independence and objectivity. War journalists should maintain independence from any external influences, including governments, military forces, or interest groups. Objectivity is crucial, and reporters should present information fairly without allowing personal biases to unduly influence their coverage. 3. Minimizing harm. Journalists must consider the potential harm their reporting may cause to individuals or communities. This includes avoiding the publication of information that could jeopardize the safety of individuals, compromise military operations, or contribute to the escalation of violence. 4. Informed consent. When reporting on sensitive or traumatic events, war journalists should seek informed consent from individuals involved before publishing details that could affect their privacy, dignity, or safety. 5. Sensitivity to victims. War journalism should be conducted with sensitivity, particularly when reporting on the suffering of civilians or victims of war. Journalists should avoid sensationalism,